guys, how's it going? It's Al. 2023 football season is almost here on DraftKings. DFS is only a couple of weeks away. Now look, it's here if you're already playing like preseason, but like you're probably not. Most people are kind of waiting for the regular season, drafting their best ball teams. I understand that there are people that play preseason, get after it. There's money to be won. So if there's money to be won, people want to get after. We're going to focus on week one on DraftKings for this video and take a tour of the beautiful, here we are in the DraftKings lobby. Who knew that we were here live in Boston, kind of? So let's go through the lobby, take a look at all the options that they have, including the best ball, the showdown, and the classic tournaments that they have, as well as a little bit of game selection and bankroll strategy that we're going to look at for this year and talk about what worked for me last year and what I hope will work best for you. So thank you guys for being here. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notifications bell because I come out with a lot of videos. And let's go.
He's a legend.
All right, so here we are, DraftKings lobby. First thing that I need you to understand is how to use your crowns, okay? Not to use them to spend them, but how to accrue them. One, they have the dynasty rewards. We did a video last year. They've changed the rewards since then. It's now on a tier system, tier credits. Crowns still exist. They get there for you in missions. So like, let's open this in a new tab. Let's open this in a new tab. They're all here under rewards. Also, be sure you check the promos tab because that's going to take you to like, you know, there's a lot of different things. Oh, look, there's something I can opt in for. Play $30 in combined MLB PGA and you can get free contest tickets. So always check the promos tab, try and get some extra stuff. Always check out and grind your missions. I have the little higher dollar missions. Obviously, you can stack them. As you can see, if you're playing best ball, you can click on the mission first before you click on a game contest. Get your mission, get your extra crowns, get your little bit of extra rake back. 550 crowns equals $1, so they do add up over time. And then your rewards. We got to Onyx tier last year. We may or may not get to Onyx tier for next year. I need like 175,000 tier credits, and we have a lot of crowns that we can then spend. Every Wednesday, make sure you claim your weekly prize chest. It's free money, but it's in crowns, obviously, that you can then spend in the store or on game tickets. Obviously, you want to spend them when it's best. The best time to spend your crowns, if you can wait, and as you can see, I'm saving up for like my golden rocket car, is Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Later in the year, they do like half off sales on everything, including like gift cards. So you can get massive amounts of gift cards from the DK Rewards store, getting 2x, which is like, you know, 550 divided by 2. You get twice the amount of US dollar rewards for your crown. So if you can wait until Thanksgiving, grind your crowns up every single week. And as I said, you can, like, if you enter one game a day for Sunday NFL or even Thursday, if you're playing Thursday night football, right? You do a mission on Monday, enter one contest on Monday, enter another contest on Tuesday, enter another contest on Wednesday, enter another contest on Thursday. They come out at midnight Eastern every day. If you're on the West Coast like me, that's 9 p.m. You click the mission first, then you enter a contest, and you're going to get the most crowns for your buck. It's basically rake back. It is what it is. If you don't want to do it, if you don't have time for that, right? If you're one of those people, go ahead. You don't have to. I like free stuff, and the crowns really add up fast. To the lobby, let's focus on best ball first since, you know, it is preseason, and that's really all you can do until week one actually gets here. They have all these different selections for tournaments. If you're playing best ball on DraftKings, the $10 million millionaire is 70-something% full at this point. They've got a whole bunch of different high dollar, low dollar, 20 max. There's single entry stuff. If you're going to enter the single entry stuff, make your decision. There's already a bunch of people now flowing into DraftKings. The drafts are getting pretty wild. If you watch the draft that we put out on Tuesday morning, August the 22nd, it's the hero draft with Christian McCaffrey on the cover. If you want to search through the thumbnails on this, you know, channel and find it. Drafts are starting to get a little bit wild. DraftKings has a much larger player base than other sites like Drafters or Underdog Fantasy. Underdog has the largest tournaments out there, but they have a smaller player pool. So you're going to draft against sharper players. Let's say by the time we get there, you're going to get a bunch of people that have badges on Underdog. Where DraftKings, you're getting at least 5-6 randos in every draft. And as we get closer to the season, as all those DraftKings Sportsbook and all those DraftKings DFS players start filing in and drafting their favorite players from their favorite teams in the first round, like Dak Prescott going in the first round and crazy stuff like that, you're going to get a lot more value out of those drafts. So if you wanted to wait for your single entry ones, go for it. The $10 draft is already going nuts, all the way up to like $2,000 drafts. A lot of things that aren't totally full yet in terms of best ball. So go for it, get after it, have a good time. Showdown captain mode. I know we have some Showdown people that love Showdown. Let's focus on the first week, Detroit against Kansas City. That game's going to be awesome. Hey, Most, thank you very much for the 25 months with the Prime sub. Appreciate you. $2.5 million kickoff Thursday. You're going to have to find ways to get unique. It is what it is. We'll have that Showdown video for you the first week. Probably will come out Sunday or Monday of week 1 as we get into September. They have a qualifier. It's expensive, cheaper stuff, single entry Showdown, double ups. I don't know if you guys are doing double ups or cash games when it comes to Showdown, but that's where you find them right here. You click NFL first, then you can sort by this: best ball, Showdown, in-game Showdown if you want like you're a super degen, if that's who you are, and then the classic games. 3 different millionaire makers. 3 different millionaire makers. A $5 variety with about 1 billion of your closest friends. The $100 variety, 28,000 runners going to be in that one. And if you're a nosebleed player, the 4444, usually not a millionaire maker, but it's $3 million, 1 million to first. And I think for every one of these, you're going to get a ticket into the Tournament of Champions at the end of the year. If you win a millionaire maker, you get into the Tournament of Champions. So there it is. It is what it is. Then we have everything else that they offer. We can sort. Let's sort by total prizes. These are all the featured tournaments. We can sort by featured. The Wildcat 333, $150 power sweep, 3 max, 20 max is $500K for week 1 for the $3 tournament. The Game Changer, I'm a big fan of this one. Single entry, $1,500. I really focused on my single entry game last year, my 3 max and single entry lineups, and I did that all through PGA. I had a really good PGA season. You're not going to win every week, but when you win, you want to bank, and you have to have a strategy for how you're going to go about it. On this channel, we tend to go with correlation for a primary stack and a secondary stack, everything that we go over for the past 7 years on this channel, and we've been doing for 12 years that I've been covering NFL Daily Fantasy. I really hyper focus now on tournaments because cash games have become so darned efficient that it's easier to attack tournaments with a single entry. No, you're not going to win every week. Yes, you have risk that you're not going to cash for multiple weeks in a row, but when you bank, and if you bank twice, banking just once, winning a tournament, or even coming in top 3 in a tournament during NFL season can kind of just put you in the black for the whole year, as well as anything else. If you bank one of the really big ones that are like $250K to first or $1 million to first, you're set for 10, 15, 20 season. Even at the highest nosebleed stakes. So love the Game Changer. Big fan of the Thunderdome. Only 30 entries. I thought this was going to be 50 for week 1. So I was a little disappointed with that. I know that not everybody plays these, but I do like the low to medium stakes things. The Slant, $250K. Play Action, $3 here. I'm sure they have mini max games, but I don't really get to see those. Here are the single entry games. The 100K Stiff Arm, 555. The Red Zone, which is 50 single entry. If you're going to enter double ups, make sure that they are single entry double ups as marked right here. $50 double up. You're not going to get people that like this is the massive one. You can hover over this right here, and this is 137 max. So if you were going to be a high roller who wanted to enter a lot of your what you believe is the optimal cash game lineup, they're going to enter this 100 or 130 times with one lineup. So all of a sudden you can fall down 1 spot in the rankings. One lineup can beat you, but you're going to fall down like 137 spots. And if it's a lineup that is very common or shared, you are going to fall down hundreds of spots and possibly out of the money when you thought you were safely in. With a 75th percentile lineup can quickly become a 45th percentile lineup with 1 10-yard catch. It's very easy. It does happen. The qualifier, satellites and cues, if you want to take a look at those. $14 million World Championship qualifier in week 1. They have them at all different price points. At $10K, you know, if you just want to run against 9 of your best friends, there's going to be a lot of studs in this one. Cardinals, Whistles Go Woo, etc., etc. That's going to be basically the who's who, all the way down to $5 qualifier. So you can get a seat into the main event. And if you've never been to a live final, let me tell you, live finals are an awful lot of fun. It's a vacation with a tournament at the end of it. DraftKings has always done them very well, very much the right way. You get a sense of community with everybody who was there. Last year was in New Orleans. They have them all over. It's been New York, Miami, Los Angeles, San Diego. You know, this year's I haven't looked at where it's at. You can go check that out on the main page if you'd like to. That would be on the promos page usually. So if you want to try and qualify for it, go ahead. But understand that if you're playing qualifiers, you're essentially lighting money on fire. These are winner-take-all tournaments, and there's nothing worse than coming in second place in a qualifier with those tickets generally between 60 and 60 valued at $60,000 to $65,000 in ticket equity for your seat to the live final, the cost of the vacation. You get first class accommodations at the hotel. They give you like $1,000 or $1,200 for travel expenses. There's plenty of food. There's great parties involved. You go out to a dinner with like DK hosts and some other DK players. Great time at every live final. Just understand that they're massive sink on your bankroll. How I would suggest playing. They also have King of the Desert, which is going to be a Super Bowl weekend thing with the golf tournament as well. That's in Phoenix. That's where it kind of is. It's the waste management, right? The party golf tournament. I'm sure they're going to have a suite there for you guys to go out and do that. You'll have a Super Bowl Showdown qualifier that you can get in. They have the King of the Beach qualifier. These are the smaller queues, so ticket value is a little bit less. Nothing worse than coming in second in the qualifier. Ticket values are lower than the big ones, so it's less at risk because it's not like a $65,000 ticket value. So it's not like first place is $65K, second place you get like $200. A little bit easier to swallow with these King of the Beach queues, and you get the same sort of idea. You can also try and qualify into some bigger games if you so choose. Where I think you should focus. As I mentioned before, if you're a cash game player, target $1, $2, $5 cash games. This is fine if you're a small bankroll player. It's totally fine. There is nothing wrong with that. Okay? Not everybody has a large bankroll, but the $1, $2, $5 head-to-head games and double ups are much softer than the 50, 109s, 270s, 555s. They're just easier games. The cash line in head-to-head at those levels is lower than the cash line at 109. The overlap is lower. More mistakes are made. So you can express your edge if you are a plus EV player, if you're an advantage player in daily fantasy. And if you are a member here on the channel members on YouTube and subscribers on Twitch, both get access to our VIP rooms in Discord, where we have a cash game channel where everybody goes through and really sorts through all the minutia week to week to come up with the optimal cash game lineup that they believe in. Over the last 2 seasons, I think they have absolutely crushed it at the $1, $2, and $5 stakes and grown their bankrolls every single year. You can move up to these double ups and 50-50s. Focus on the single entry and not the massive multi-entry. Yes, the prize pools might be bigger. You think, oh, well, I can just get into every one. Focus on the single entry ones. Those are the ones that you can do better at. If you wanted to play smaller field tournaments, field size is important. You want to go field size, let's say 50 to 100 all, and you can find these games that are 50 to 100. They have like 100-man games. NFL $20. Some of them are guaranteed, like the NFL Hundo right here. Perfect tournaments that you can utilize, tournament strategy that people are going to play badly at lower stakes. And as you can see, 140 to first place, pays the top 22, $15 there if you wanted to really get after it with those. Focus on smaller field, single entry, or limited entry tournaments with the bulk of your play. If you're going to play $100 every weekend on DraftKings on a main slate, I'm just using an arbitrary number. I don't have this mapped out if you're going to play $20, you're going to play $50, $100, $500, $1,000. I know that Adam Levitan writes an article like that every single year. Go check that out on establishthorun.com. Use smizzle.tv/ETR if you wanted to do so. But you should be spending some on these low dollar head-to-heads. Get as many varied opponents as you possibly can. And they have a limiter for you to do that. If you wanted to build your head-to-head games, you go to create a contest, sport, NFL, classic, Sunday, head-to-head, public. Go to like $1. You can create 20 games, however many you're going to play. If you're going to play like $100 a week, I suggest you probably do some head-to-heads against varied opponents. And here's the key: set opponent limit 1. This makes it so that your opponents can only take, or you can only get matched with, because if your games are left on the board late, they're going to get matched with anybody else who has head-to-heads at those levels. You will get 20 different opponents at the $1 level. The difference is if you post 20 more at the $2 level, you can get matched with the same person, but only once at $1 and once at $2. So that's how you're going to go building your head-to-heads. You put your line next, you put your lineup in, it'll post them on the board, and you'll get either matched at lock time or they'll sell out beforehand. So looking at the 13 games, start at the featured, get in where you fit in based on bankroll, focus on the single entry, limited entry, single entry, 3 max, 5 max, 20 max. Don't forget that our listener league is there every single week. And I believe that it's up right now. smizzle.tv/league. There it is. Make sure you get in there. 5,500 people in week one, $10. I believe it is 3 max, 55,000 in the prize pool. Absolutely no rake. The best tournament that exists on DraftKings. And if you're going to enter it 3 times and you're a lower dollar player and you get those missions that say a $1, $2, $5, $10 mission, buy 1 ticket a day to the Smizz Gang Listener League, stack up your missions. They will all cash in once lineups lock on that Sunday. I wish you the best of luck this season. Make sure that you join our Discord, become a channel member, like the thing, click all the buttons, do the stuff, leave a reply, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys. Bye.
He's a legend.